I think beauty is creative expression, and my references for makeup and color is based on nature. I just think there's so much interesting stuff to pull from. My name is Marla Belt. I'm a makeup artist living in New York City. I work primarily in fashion. I always did makeup on myself, but when I started working at MAC, I had to do makeup on other people and on different skin tones. So that was like an invaluable experience to gain. I'm going to be demonstrating a makeup look that's inspired by one of the club looks I would wear back in the 90s. Probably like a look inspired by Boy George or Steve Strange. Just like has like that sort of a futuristic feeling to it. So I prepped her skin with foundation and concealer and a bit of loose powder. And then I blocked out her eyebrows by gluing them down. I started my makeup training at MAC Cosmetics in '94, and I was there 11 years. And then I met Pat McGrath and started working for her, and I was with her for 8 years as her first assistant. But I mean, I would say like my training even for makeup, but also just art was since I was a little child. Like I was always drawing, and especially in art school when I went to Parsons, I really learned about composition and color theory, and had a painting classes and drawing. So that really started my love of color, and I think from there I just applied that to makeup. I'm gonna start with this pale lavender tone called Such a Tool Powder Kiss eyeshadow. I'm gonna shape this like inner eye corner with the lavender, give me that like sort of hollowed out shape. So I'm gonna keep like a little bit of a gap and kind of wrap around this cheek contour. And you can use like the powder, like a loose powder that's white, to fade the color in. I also like to contour around the jawline, and you can kind of fade it down into the neck area. Even like painting the ears a little purple is nice too. I think I knew I wanted to be a makeup artist when I was at Parsons. I was studying illustration, and I would always have a different look on every day. Like I wore wigs, and I had all my outfits color coordinated with my wigs, and I would wear the matching makeup. Kind of like a 60s Lady Miss Care vibe. And I had like photography, like some of the photographers in the photography department the students were always like, oh, you look so cool. Can you do our makeup for my shoot? So that's when I started doing like just test shoots with them. And I was like, oh, I think I could make this into a career. Because I love drawing, and I just love drawing on the face and just creating different beauty looks. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna move on to fuchsia. And this is called Bright Pink. And I'm gonna just put this like above. And I'm gonna go just like, I think like halfway like that. And then maybe like underneath, the chin would be like a bright color here. Kind of gives you like different spotlights of light hitting the face. I'm just using the white powder again to just blend out any loose powder that's fallen, brighten up the skin a little bit. So I'm gonna move on to this bright purple called Dark Room. And this will be just to further add more detail and more depth. So I'm gonna use the rich purple paint stick. And then here I'm just gonna like kind of mimic this shape. So I'm gonna move on to the pigment in Pink Pearl, just to layer on top of the color. And this will give me that kind of reflective fuchsia color. I'm gonna take a little bit of the rich purple paint stick and go around the jawline. And then I'm gonna add the Pink Pearl again. And then I'm just going to like go over this little area here. I'll just go over the lips a little bit too. I'm gonna use the pure white paint stick along this edge to clean it up and to accentuate the shape. And then I'll just use a clean brush to blend out a little bit. So I'm gonna use Black Track Pro Long Wear Fluid Line. I'm gonna start in the middle of the lid and extend out. I'm doing a line of the purple across to connect to the purple along the side of the face. So it kind of looks more like a Perot mask. And it always has like a clown-like appearance, but like very romantic. I would say my references for makeup are probably art related. There are like a lot of the masters, and I just love like artists that use color a lot. So I love a lot of the impressionists, and I love the Fauvists, and I love Toulouse-Lautrec, and Van Dongen and Kandinsky, like a lot of like modern art too. But I just love anyone that's very bold with color. That's like probably my favorite references. I'm using naval pigment to trace over the purple line I drew, just to kind of give it like a dimensional effect. I'm gonna kind of like accentuate the outer edges and leave the middle more of the purple. I'm gonna use the high def cyan paint stick, and I'm gonna do that here. I'm just gonna add a little here too. I'm gonna use number 76 eyelashes, this style. I'm gonna use an extreme dimension 3D black lash. These are the number 7 lashes. I'm just gonna like straighten the lash a little bit and then put the smaller end towards the front here. I think the most difficult part of being a makeup artist is probably just trying to go for something new, like trying to create something innovative and new. But we all know that there's nothing new under the sun. So it's how do you do a look or makeup or some kind of use some product in a different way that's exciting and fresh, you know? It's like, I never like to be boring. I always want to like challenge myself to look for new uses for product or just see it in a different way. So I cut these out of vinyl, these eyebrows. And what's fun is you can, you know, make them different shapes or place them however you want to place them. They're vinyl, like they don't have any sticky backing, so I just have to use a little bit of lash glue. I'm just using the MAC Black Track Pro Longwear Fluid Line just to do like a design. And then I'm gonna put glitter on top of it. I'm gonna use a 3D black glitter using hair gel. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of silver hologram on top of that just to make it pop a little more. The final step is going to be the lips. I'm gonna do a dark burgundy lip color. So I'm using the Night Moth lip pencil first. Make it very like a sharp pointed lip shape on the top. Leave enough space around the mouth so you still see some of the shimmer pigment. My favorite MAC product is probably Lip Mix because I remember when it came out and we didn't really have, from what I remember, like we didn't have like the paint sticks or any of the creamy formulas. So I would take the lip mixes and I would mix it with like, I can't remember if we had white full coverage at the time, but I would mix it with a light color and I would make like all these different tones of paint. And then I would just paint my face and add the pigments on top. And it was just a very versatile product. And I just love how it was, like I'd never seen a product like that before, where it's liquidy pigment and you can just make any color you want or put it on the, you know, it's meant for the lips, but you can put it on the body. Like I would use it for body paint sometimes. I'm using burgundy lip mix. So just like a basic shape. And then I'm gonna blend out the lip a little bit with this brush, just to soften the shape. And then I'm gonna add the pigment back in, the pink pearl, and then the reflex blue. I mean, I just always think that it's just important to be true to yourself. And if you're an artist, just go for it and don't be afraid. Just, you know, if you wanna move to New York and just do it. And, you know, and have a good time doing makeup. It's not permanent, so you can do whatever you want with it.